In this recording, I want to talk to you about how to find the pairs that were moving and which ones you want to trade in any given day. You'll notice on the top row I have several pound pairs showing, and on the bottom row I have several euro pairs showing. Now the pound pairs were all moving very close to the same. They don't always do that, but in this illustration they are. The other thing in the euros, you see that some of them are moving similar and others are choppy and going sideways. They're not really uh, doing well as far as being consistent. There were a few spurts of to where trades you could have taken, but they're mostly choppy or going sideways. So now I'm going to go to a bigger chart and we just look at one pair at a time. Now let's look at the pound Aussie, for example. On the 15-minute chart, I've marked all the zone trades on the 15-minute chart. And so you can see that some of them, when you're first starting off here to the left, they were doing okay. They weren't really tracing against you, but it wasn't really making a lot of pips. So if you traded there, you could have made a few pips, but you're not going to be losing a lot. And then as it went along, you can see that they got bigger and bigger. Then the big move started over in this area. So what we're going to do is look at a few of these. This is the 15-minute zone that we're looking at. So you can see here that we're on a 5-minute chart now. And so what you want to have the 5-minute chart is it's better if the filter indicator here at the bottom is on the correct side of the zero line. If you're trading short, then it needs to be on the correct side. And you can see that this one you would have had to wait 5 minutes before it got on the correct side. And as we go across, this one had to wait 5 minutes. This one was okay at that point. And where this 15 set up, you can see that the 5-minute could have, if you'd watching it, it could have given you a heads up even a little bit sooner. So that's what the 5-minute looks like. Now we'll go through each of these and look at the 1-minute. Now I'm not going to go in a lot of detail as to how to manage each of these trades, but I just want to give you the idea that yes, once you know what to look for, say you saw those 4 pairs, well then you put those on your watch list. You don't need to waste your time on the others. Just find those that are moving and then watch them. Right here, you want the price bars to be on the correct side of all these moving averages. And so right in here, you're looking for a 4-bar. Could have been a trade right there. It went 2 or 3, 4 pips against you possibly, and then it came down and there was at least 8 pips maximum. And so you could have made a few pips there. Possibly traded some of these. If you trade them and manage them and keep on top of it, you're probably not going to lose much. If you do, it's losing very little. This is on a 1-minute chart. And as we scroll across, you can see there were surges, but you look how the market was going sideways. That means it opened and closed at the same spot for several minutes in a row. Here's another vertical line. Let's go back and look at the 5-minute. You see right here, we would have had to wait 5 minutes for that one. And we go to the 1-minute. Now in this 1 minute, you want to look for a 4-bar. There's a 4-bar right there, and that's where you could have taken that trade and come out pretty good. There's 30. It went down 40 pips. You could have made a good 30, 35 pips on that one. Gotten out, then gotten back in, and you can see there's a couple of places you could have gotten back in on that particular pair in that sequence. We figured about 30 pips there, 15 pips there, 15 pips there. So about 60 pips in probably an hour or less, waiting for that to set up to happen. Okay, right here, a few more trades. This is on the 1 minute. You had to wait a little bit on this one, a couple minutes to get over to here. You went to 10, 12 pips in your direction, and then eventually 20 pips if you'd wanted to ride through that. Then, of course, we know that the big ones are coming. And so this is just showing you what it looks like when they do happen. So you don't need to worry about saying, well, I can't trade because I have to be on the 4-hour chart or I'm working a full-time job. Get the scanner, set it so that it brings the attention of the zone trade to your attention. Once you have that zone trade, then you can look for pairs that match that or just stick with that one pair and then trade it based on the 15.5.1 course material. and that's where you're seeing a lot of pips to be made. Now I've zoomed out, so you can see there was a big move here, some more moves over in here, and then you see that the market started going sideways. We were talking to some students, and they were trading during this section right here, and that's where they were making 70 pips. And one individual said he was trading that same area, but he was trading more than one currency pair. He was trading all the pound pairs, and he made well over 150 pips net. He did have 30 pips worth of losses, but he made more than enough to cover his losses and netted 150 pips or more. So just to give you an idea of the concept of trading method, that you can make a lot of pips. You don't have to be in front of the computer all the time. We have some methods that you look at the larger time frames. Once they're set up, then you can start having the scan bring trades to your attention on the smaller time frames. And so go to Forex Strategy Secrets, sign up for the free information that we have available for you there, and let us know if you're interested in attending a live trading session, seeing this particular strategy in action.